Hello, lovely ones. I'm coming to you here from Italy for Easter. It's Amanda here on my new improved channel. As I mentioned in the test I did a few minutes ago, I took a small break from YouTube posting for 2 weeks because I had some issues with um, construction in my area where they making new piazza. They ripped up my, well, not only mine, the whole area's cables, Wi-Fi, fiber cables, and so that had to be repaired, which is now repaired. Cross fingers. And I had to get a new computer because that was that kind of week. It was a week of threes. So the computer died. So I've got this new computer. I don't know what the color looks like. I don't know what the sound is like. But anyway, I'm a few minutes early just so I can give people time to come in the room. If you're new here, my name is Amanda. I'm coming to you from Italy. I usually have a live audience that joins me every Saturday at this time. We talk about perfumes that I've reviewed or that I think are great. They're always affordable perfumes. I don't review niche. I don't review luxury perfumes. Everything that I review on the channel is affordable from just about anybody, I think. And we talk about other stuff like what's happening in the work world, just what's happening in general. This is the Easter edition. I'm coming to you here from Italy. It's Saturday night. Tomorrow's Easter Sunday. So I've got lots in store for you. And just want to welcome everybody. When you come in, won't you just put your name and the city that you are in the text box, which you can see on the right, and then I can welcome you all and we can have an active conversation. So if you haven't subscribed yet, or if you're brand new here, as I mentioned, I'm Amanda from Italy, and we have a live every Saturday evening at 9:30 Italian time, which that could be, I don't know, wherever you are. Lots of my people who join me, lots of my audience come from Canada, the States, from all over, New Zealand, Europe, UK, Ireland. I have regulars who join me from Ireland. So it's always wonderful to hear your opinions, what's happening. Let me know. Let me know what you think about what I reviewed or what we spoke about, or what you agree on or what you disagree on. It's all good. It's all good. So I have a co-presenter tonight, and they're these gorgeous peach tulips, which have been gracing my Easter table and my Easter light. I don't know if you can see them in this very bright light. Maybe I'll just kill this this ring light for a few seconds so you can see the proper color of these absolutely gorgeous tulips. They are stunning. Can you see them? Yeah, great. They're really peachy. I noticed that tonight, I don't know if it's the new computer, but maybe I just need to dim that ring light. Maybe that will be better so you can see the color of these gorgeous, gorgeous tulips. They are peach, 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 peach. So there we are. Anyway, here we are, the Easter edition. So I want to know from you guys tonight, what are you doing for Easter? What have you got planned? What are you cooking for your family? Welcome if you're just joining. I'll just give everybody a few minutes to come into the room to join us. Write your name down in the box. Let us know where you're from. So excited about this evening's Easter edition, and can't wait to share with you some of the things I discovered. Tonight, we're also going to be reviewing some vanillas that I found. Vanilla used to be something that I wasn't terribly keen on, but I've since discovered some gorgeous, affordable vanillas. I'm going to be talking about that tonight in the perfume part. And then we're going to have an active discussion on protecting yourself online, something I'm quite passionate about because I feel that sometimes we're not always aware of how people can, hack into our Instagram or our whatever online account. Could be Facebook, could be whatever. So we're going to cover that tonight. We're going to discuss it and some strategies for protecting yourself and just living your best life, basically. So welcome. I'm Amanda here in Italy. Thank you for joining in. And won't you just put your name down in the box so I can greet you and welcome you. And we have a live audience from around the world, as I mentioned. And it's a real pleasure to come to you from Italy every week and talk about stuff that's important to us and to review some perfumes, always affordable perfumes, because I don't review niche and expensive luxury perfumes. There's other people doing that on the internet. There's lots of people reviewing perfumes. So it is my passion to collect rose perfumes. You probably know that if you followed me before. Lots of rose videos I put up. But tonight's edition is all about Easter, all about spring flowers, all about what's happening right now for Easter. People are waking up out of their slumber that they've been in for long winter. Our winter here in Italy, in the north of Italy where I am, has been quite long. The spring was super cool. I would say 10 degrees cooler than it normally is at this time of year. But really today I felt that really it got hot and spring kicked in. So that has started. My cherry tree in my garden bloomed 3 weeks late, and it's just a cloud of white, frothy white, beautiful cherry flowers. I put up a short today on my channel if you go and have a look, and you can see the cherry tree against the blue sky in Italy, and so lovely to enjoy the cherry tree. So here we are. Hope you can hear me. Hope everything's fine. I did a test earlier on, so I hope that this is broadcasting fine and my new computer won't let me down. So lovely. So it's just bang on 9:30. So super. So I'm going to start reviewing these fragrances that I have for you, and welcome all of you. So love having my live audience from around the world. This is the Easter edition coming to you from Italy on this gorgeous evening. Deep green. Oh, Danny. Oh, Danny, it's so lovely to have you. Danny joins us from Toronto in Canada. It's the Easter edition, Danny. And look at these tulips. Aren't they stunning? I'm so happy to be back after my dramas of the internet getting ripped up and my computer failing and having to get a new laptop. So hope you can hear me. Welcome. Lovely to have you. Why don't you drop down in the box? Let me know which city you're coming to me from. Thank you. Yes, I love them. Aren't they stunning? The color seems to be a bit washed out. I'm trying to sort of tone down my ring light, so maybe you can see the color of them. They're sort of a peachy sort of two-tone color. But they sort of look a bit washed out pink here. I'm probably looking washed out too. One of my regulars just wrote to me and said, I look washed out too. I don't know if it's a new computer. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I hope it's sufficient. Bozena, hi, happy Easter, Amanda, and everybody. Hi, don't forget to drop down your city so I can greet you all later. Don't forget to like the video. Maybe you can go like it right now in case you forget. And welcome to the Easter edition from Italy. As I mentioned when I was just introducing myself and my co-presenter, the tulips, tonight we're going to cover some vanillas that I found. Now, vanilla is not something that was high on my list. When I started reviewing perfumes and started collecting actively 2 years ago during lockdown, vanilla wasn't something that I thought was great. Various people were reviewing online and saying to me, "Oh, you must try this vanilla, it's stunning." And I thought, "Oh, okay, vanilla. It's just, it's like a cupcake. Don't really want to smell like vanilla, but I guess you change." And so I found these are not just vanilla, but they have vanilla as let's say a backbone to the fragrance. And all these that I'm going to review for you tonight are amazing because they can be used to blend with something that maybe needs a bit of vanilla on it to sort of soften it, or if something quite woody, you can put the vanilla element on it, or a floral that you just want to make. So let's talk first about vanilla. Now, in my research on perfumes and vanilla and what's popular and what people react to, I'm going to tell you that men love the smell of vanilla. I don't know if it's because it reminds them of baking, possibly. Is it a homely smell? Is it a comforting smell? Absolutely. But it's also a stimulating smell because so many men, both online and have told me in person, love vanilla. And in fact, as an estate agent's trick, if you want to make your house smell absolutely gorgeous and irresistible, if you're showing your house to sell it, or I don't know, you're just having a bunch of friends over for lunch, put some vanilla essence. If you have time, you can make some vanilla cookies. If you don't have time to do that, because the heat of the cookies in the oven will spread all over the house and people will die from the gorgeousness of the smell coming out of your house. But if you don't have time to do that, you can put a little bit of vanilla essence in an infuser, or even if you don't have that much time, you can just take your baking tray, pour some vanilla essence on, put it in the oven and put it on low, and it'll permeate throughout your house. Men love vanilla. And when they asked in a smell test, a blind smell test, to rate smells that they find attractive, vanilla always comes up high. I don't know why. You guys can tell me in the box. But right now I'm going to review these for you that I've discovered are quite lovely and that they've grown on me. Okay. It is spring. It is gorgeous here. Lovely blue sky day. Well, it's now dark, but my cherry tree is blooming. I put a short up on YouTube. It's just a froth of white against the blue sky. I'm so enjoying spring. My first roses are starting, the little ones, and soon I'll have a bunch of roses keeping me company on every post because my roses are putting on leaves at the moment. I'm wearing white tonight and ivory satin because I do love white. Those of you who follow me know I love wearing white. And I thought tonight was the first white, seeing as it's the first sort of spring edition after wearing more intense colors in winter. So I have my white rose to represent how much I love roses on my crystal necklace, and this satin trench coat, white satin trench coat, and my A-line dress. So hope it meets with your approval. I know you let me know. You always do. So there we are. So that's the first spring fresh dress I put on this season. Okay, lovely. So let's get right to this. So I'm going to start with Victoria's Secret. So this is 100% vanilla. I don't know if it has anything else in it. It might do, but it's predominantly vanilla. It comes in this gorgeous big bottle with Victoria's Secret on it. And it's, thank you so much, Danny. Danny says you look lovely. So why did I get this? Don't know. I saw it. It's got Victoria's Secret across the edge of the cap. And it says whipped vanilla, soft cashmere, skin to skin. So I guess this is gorgeous if having just mentioned that men love vanilla, women love vanilla, but men react to vanilla without knowing what it is. A lot of men are not sort of clued up about what's happening in perfume, but they know what they like to smell. So this is called Bare Vanilla from Victoria's Secret. Hope you can pick that up. And this is a new camera, so let's just see what it tells me. Okay, there you are. And it's a nice big bottle. This is 250 mils, so that's a hunking great bottle. And super affordable, like all the perfumes I review. And lovely to spray on after a shower or a bath, or when you just want to freshen up and feel all cuddly, and maybe put a cashmere soft top on, and that's lovely. And so that's a vanilla that maybe you can layer with other stuff or just use. It's delicious. Smells absolutely delicious. Great. Super. Okay. And then the next one in the line is one of my favorites, Pascal Morabito. Those of you who don't know and haven't followed me before and are new here, you're welcome. Join us whenever you want on a Saturday. For those of you new won't know, but I have a lot of Pascal Morabito in my collection. I have the whole Pearl line, which is this line, which Danny from Canada has recently acquired a few of. But this one is called Royale, and I absolutely love it. It's just, how do I describe this? So the top has a lovely citrus. It has bergamot. It has quite a definite citrus, and then it goes down into this gorgeous, rich vanilla, and it's just so delicious, this fragrance. There's honey in it. Hello, Anne from Dublin. Hi. You're welcome. So yes, I just reviewed Victoria's Secret and the Bare Vanilla that many people love to put on after a bath, or just to layer with a perfume that needs some vanilla in it. You might have to go back and watch what I said about vanilla and how attractive it is in a home, and just attractive to many people. So this is Pearl Royale from Pascal Morabito, and it has a lovely citrus. I love this in summertime and springtime. Took this on holiday last year in summer because it's just fabulous. It starts with this gorgeous citrus, and then the dry down is just so addictive. I absolutely love it. I'm going to call it up for you and tell you the notes, because you know I always do. That's what it looks like. It's kind of an amber color in this gorgeous Pascal Morabito bottle. By the way, if you want to go and have a look, and I'll hook some of them up there, I have various Pascal Morabito videos. Last week, I reviewed the Sultan line, which is a particular line, but this particular one, this whole line, which I think I have 6 of now, is called the Perle line. And so there's a whole bunch of them. And I think Danny mentioned that she had bought some of the Pearl line. She'll let me know. My husband loves vanilla candles and vanilla perfume. Thank you, Anne. I just mentioned that men in a blind test, when they don't know what they're smelling, always pick out vanilla. And I mentioned that you can put some vanilla oil in a little diffuser in your home, or just, if you don't have time to bake vanilla cookies and you're selling your home or showing your home or having friends over, or you just want to make a great impression, you've got a date coming, I don't know, whatever, friend coming over, you can literally, if you don't have any other time, just pour some vanilla essence on the baking tray, put it in a low oven, and it'll infuse vanilla all over your house. People adore vanilla. I mentioned before that I wasn't a great vanilla fan, but it's kind of grown on me, and that's why I'm reviewing these for you tonight. So this Pearl line, I'm about to give you the notes. Let me get back to that. Welcome, all of you. I love having you guys. I've really missed the last 2 weeks because I've been focusing on other things, while my computer and my internet was down, and I started painting again. I had a canvas, had the brushes. I'm going to maybe show you, if I'm brave enough, at the end of the session how the pictures turned out, how the paintings turned out. Let me just call up the notes here of this this pearl pearl royale. It's called royal pearl. Obviously, royale means royal in French. So the notes are here. Right. Pearl royale. Okay. So it has sweet notes, white floral notes. Lovely. I love white florals, but they're not intense, sort of indolent white florals. Citrus, fruity, vanilla, the beautiful vanilla we're talking about, has patchouli. It's also powdery. It's got everything going on in Pearl Royale. Absolutely love it. Let's see what it says here. So Pearl Royale by Pascal Morabito is a floral, fruity, gourmand fragrance for women. Top notes are orange blossom, what I always call the happy note in a fragrance. Sensualize has joined us. Hey, Amanda. Hey, all. Oh, I love having you guys. Yeah, so the citrus is definitely on the top. The orange blossom, I get neroli. Then elemi, which is also a citric note, which is usually quite strong, but I find it quite tolerable here. Don't always love it, but I wouldn't have said this had elamine, but it does. And tangerine. So those are the citruses on the top, which makes it lovely for summer. And then the middle notes are plum. It has plum in it. Jasmine, adore jasmine in a good blending. And iris. The base notes are praline, which makes it gourmand, obviously. Patchouli, vanilla, and musk. So this is a lovely vanilla, which is not just a soliflor like this bare vanilla, which is Victoria's Secret, which just has vanilla. This has vanilla beautifully blended, so it's in a beautiful floral and it's very, very attractive. So love that. So it says a great fragrance that is suited to every woman as an affirmation of femininity. A glorious, oh, I hate it when my phone goes off. A glorious oriental fragrance with a touch of gourmand sensation. It combines iris with the strength of patchouli, sweetness of jasmine, a blend of vanilla with sugared almond conclude this fragrance. Okay, lovely. Anyway, as I mentioned, I took it. I didn't remember that it had plum in it, but it's lovely, this fragrance. You really ought to try it. As all my fragrances, super affordable, and I've reviewed it various times on my Pascal Morabito videos, which I'll hook up there for you if you new and you haven't seen any of them, or you just want to go and have a look. I have reviewed it before. But anyway, this is number 2 in my vanilla lineup for the Easter edition. I also want to hear from you guys what you're doing this Easter, what you're cooking, what you're eating, what your plans are. I know you're going to tell me. I know you are. So that's the Pearl Royale from Pascal Morabito. So you're going to tell me what your Easter traditions are. And I'm loving all the blooms. My tulips are just ready to bloom in the garden. As I mentioned, we had quite a cool spring this year in Italy. Well, certainly where I am in the north of Italy, it was quite a cool spring. And so everything was sort of pushed back 2 weeks. So just now my cherry tree is in full bloom, and I think I'll have tulips next week. These are the vegetable and flower market I go to has beautiful tulips and stuff that I always buy. I wish I could show you the proper color, but I need to have enough light so that you can see me, obviously. But these are sort of a peachy, pinky bicolor. And honestly, they've already been in the vase for, I don't know, good 5 days, and they're still going strong. Super affordable. So I was surprised how many I could get. So there we are. But my own tulips will be coming soon. And last year I had beautiful white tulips, lovely long globular white tulips that were stunning. I took lots of photos of them with my perfumes. So let's move on to number 3. of these gorgeous. Hello, Chrissy. Listening in the car, just saying hello to all. How lovely. Ah, Anne, my husband is at a rugby match. I have to go close to read this tonight, so I treated myself to a bottle of wine and a takeaway. Fabulous. So you can watch this while you're having your bottle of wine and takeaway, Anne. Tell us what wine you're drinking. I want to know. So I love us getting together. I love our Saturday sessions, and tonight's special because it's Easter and I want to know your traditions. What do you normally cook? I normally make a leg of lamb, but this year I didn't travel to family and I decided to be at home because I wanted to catch up on a bunch of things. So I'm just going to have a nice roast tomorrow for Sunday. And I haven't got a lot of chocolate eggs this year. I want to know if you guys have got a lot of chocolate eggs. Do you generally eat chocolate? Do you like chocolate? What's your favorite Easter tradition? I love hot cross buns, and I have in the past made hot cross buns, my own hot cross buns, because Italy doesn't have a tradition of hot cross buns, by the way. It's quite an English tradition, but I adore those spicy hot cross buns and then cutting them, slathering them with butter under a grill, toasted. Oh, who loves hot cross buns? Anyway, this year I haven't made hot cross buns, but oh, I love them. Tell me what your Easter tradition is. I know that Anne might have hot cross buns because Ireland isn't that far from England in terms of Easter traditions. Deep Green Beauty. I love egg hunting. Danny. Photo Grigio. Oh, Pinot Grigio drinking. Cheers. I don't have any wine tonight, Anne. Oh, I'll have to have a sip of water. Does Panna water from Italy count as a wine? Maybe from Tuscany. Anyway, yeah. So Anne, chin chin for Easter. Danny, I love hunting too. Egg hunt. Are you having that tomorrow? Tell me. Let me know in the comments if you're planning an Easter egg hunt and what you like to do. You get dressed up. You have a pretty basket. Come on, you're going to go full hog here. I want to hear all your Easter traditions. All your Easter traditions. While I review number 3. So we've done number 1, Victoria's Secret Bare Vanilla, just to rub on you and maybe to spritz on you after a gorgeous bath, just to make you edible and irresistible. And then Pascal Morabito, the lovely Pearl Royale, which has this lovely vanilla, the plum, the praline, gorgeous gourmand, worth every cent, super affordable, probably get it for under 20. Maximum 25. And then this gorgeous Lancetti. Now, if you look at the review on this on Frangratica or wherever you do your reviews, I don't know, it doesn't mention vanilla. And so this confused me for ages because the reason I fell in love with this is it is a gorgeous fragrance. You can still find it. It's from Lancetti. I did a whole Lancetti edition. You can go look at it. It's probably hooked up online there somewhere. Let me get away from this quite bright light. Is that better? Yeah, that's probably better. Slightly better. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Lancetti make wonderful fragrances out of Italy. I have a whole range of Lancetti, but as I mentioned, I have a Lancetti edition. You can go watch it. So I fell in love with this kind of because it had rose. I added it to my roses, and then I thought it doesn't really fit into the roses. But what it has was this absolutely addictive and stunning vanilla, and it just keeps giving. And so it'll give you a good 5 or 6 hours. It's not sweet, it's not that heady, but I don't know how to even describe this because it's absolutely gorgeous. And it's hopeless me reading you the notes because for some reason it's called Oro, by the way, gold. So it's Eau de Toilette Woman, it says on it, and it's called Oro. ORO, which is gold. If you're concerned that you're not getting the names of these fragrances, I don't have 20 tonight, as I sometimes do. I'm going to drop them down in the description box so you'll find them. and you can always look them up there, as I always do. Oro from Lancetti. Oro Woman Lancetti. So let me tell you what it says here. So it has citrus on the front, as it should do. It says fresh spicy. I didn't get fresh spicy out of this. It definitely has a nice spice, but to me, it has this beautiful grapefruit and mandarin on the front and some basil, which I love. Then it has floral and it has aldehydes. Just gorgeous. I don't know, it's not listed here. It has a beautiful musk in it, so it's lovely also to blend and to use as a layering fragrance with anything else you have that needs a bit more length, needs a bit more oomph, needs a bit more romance, whatever. And it has woodsy notes, it says here, but it doesn't mention vanilla, and that's always worried me, so I don't really trust this review. And when I've looked on the Lancetti site, it says it has vanilla. So I adore this, and fabulous, as I mentioned, for layering, for just, oh, it's so addictive. I've ordered a backup bottle, super affordable. I think I paid €15 for it. Can't go wrong. Look at this bottle. Absolutely stunning. Okay, so those are my 3 vanillas for the night. Vanilla-ish. So now I want to hear, I'm going to go to the comments for a minute here. Hi, Christy. Everyone's agree. Yes, I purchased fresh hot cross buns earlier. Delicious. Oh, and you're actually making me so jealous. She's got Pinot Grigio and hot cross buns. Oh, toasted hot cross bun. What I wouldn't do for one. Don't have many chocolate eggs this year. Let me know in the comments what your traditional, what you're cooking. Go on. I'm waiting. Tempt me. Inspire me. So while we on the subject of being at home and gathering and going online and motivating each other on our Instagram, I want to talk a little bit about the direction I want to take the channel. I've got lots of new subscribers, which is very encouraging. When I started properly a year ago, but probably more than a year ago, at the beginning of COVID and lockdown, I just started sharing my new and growing perfume collection. Kind of grew from there, and it segued into these lives, which people like. And so I decided to go for that format rather than editing a whole bunch of videos and doing just perfume reviews, what everyone else was doing. I really enjoyed the live audience element and you guys telling me what you think live and inspiring me. So that, you know, that's how I decided to go with it. But recently I really wanted to get back on the channel, and one of the ways I want to do that, because I used to have my own blog and vlog a couple of years ago on a Canadian channel called B5 Media that probably still exists, and I wrote about online money, financial scams, how to protect yourself online. So each week I'm going to give you a little bit to think about and something that you could do to keep yourself and, more importantly, your children, your family. And we're going to talk about all of it. We're going to talk about financial scams, not all in one week, but you're going to tell me what you want to talk about. Online dating scams, how to protect yourself online. This is what we're going to cover in our little snippet at the end of each of my editions. So let's hear about Easter. Traditional Easter Sunday roast lamb. Oh, and can I come over this Easter? Because I always order my lamb, by the way, and here in Italy, from Ireland. There's a reason for this, because first of all, Italian butchers are not big on lamb. And so the only time you can really get it is in spring, because it's not a common dish that's cooked by Italians, but there are some Italian traditions that have lamb in spring. But I don't like the way they butcher it. And so I order, here's my little secret, Anne from Dublin. I order my lamb from Cork in Ireland because they ship it to me here in Italy. But my lamb didn't arrive this year because I was too late with my order, had a whole lot of other stuff going on. But generally, I love a roast lamb. So, Anne, I'm so jealous. And you might just find that I'll arrive in Dublin and then I can have some hot cross bun and lamb. Oh, roast lamb, roast potatoes, lovely crisp vegetables, maybe some sweet carrots or a little bit of broccoli. Oh, absolutely love it. I will try Pascal Morabito Royale. This is Danny from Toronto. I bought Pure and Blanc and Argent. Yes, I love. Honestly, love this. Love it. The thing is that the citrus cuts the plum and the praline, but it kind of grew on me. You know, when I first smelt it, I just thought, oh, that's citrus. It's got a real zing, and then it kind of grows on you because the dry down is super addictive, and it has that vanilla element that I love and a bit of musk. And I think if you're going on a date or you want something that'll give you a couple of hours of wear, or even if you're at the beach or you're around the pool in summer, super, super, super. Can't go wrong. Not sweet, but has the praline element. Okay, so wow, yes, lamb is lovely, especially Irish lamb's the best, Anne. I'll give you that. Irish lamb is the best. Italy doesn't have a tradition of lamb, and I'm a lamb, adore lamb, and I love lamb chops. There's nothing I don't love about lamb. Yeah. I guess I couldn't be a vegan just because of lamb, because I don't think I could ever give up lamb. I know it sounds terribly cruel to be eating a lamb, but hey, we all have our sins. Okay, I'm waiting to hear your tradition. Danny, what are you cooking for Easter? What's your tradition? Christy, are you still with us? You're listening in the car. Come on, all of you. I want to know what your Easter tradition is while I start talking about being safe online. Right. So last week, just vaguely, we touched on how to keep yourself safe on your Instagram account. And one of the things that we spoke about was you get a whole bunch of messages from random people. If you've got any amount of following, you get these messages, and the clue is always to look at how many followers they have. So the message might be, oh, I think your feed is so beautiful. We've got this new line of jewelry, or I don't know, sunglasses or whatever. I get thousands of those. And then you look at it and you look at their profile. So you can go on the three little dots at the top of their profile and look at that. And they've got 0 followers. And I'm thinking, no, you want me to be an influencer for you, but you can't even attract a few people to follow you. So that's always a clue if they have no followers. But another way that you can be scammed is somebody sends you out of the blue with no solicitation whatsoever, an unsolicited message that says you've won an iPhone, or I don't know, won anything, frankly. And then you click on that link, and that link actually can insert and put onto your computer or your phone or whatever device you're using, can put software on to track you. So basically, they are in your computer, so that every time you log in, they actually are able to see what you're putting in terms of passwords, in terms of anything. So we're going to cover this as we go on. And there was regularly and recently a banking scam happening in the UK, but I mean, it could happen anywhere. My personal bank in Italy doesn't allow you to screenshot anything. So if I'm in my online bank, I cannot screenshot anything, and it'll take you out in 2 minutes if you are idle for a few minutes. And I guess it's annoying in some way, but most of us online bank, so you need to be really careful. So never, ever click on a link from somebody that you don't know. And even if it is somebody you do know, unless they explain the link and you can see that it's in maybe a YouTube video they're sending you, whatever, that's fine, because you can see the YouTube account. But don't just randomly go to a link because if you click on it and it is that malware, it will literally install itself on your computer and they can monitor you. So a recent case happened with a woman in England where she clicked on a link because they told her that the bank had changed some processes and they wanted to re-authorize her and verify her, which a bank will never do. A bank doesn't do that. A bank will never call you and ask you to re-verify yourself. If there is an issue, the bank will call you in and you go physically there and you reset your whatever needs to be reset in private. No bank person can ever have your details. That is a fact. And in fact, even if you call a helpline for your credit card or whatever, they have to, each time they have to verify you. So the computer will give them 3 questions they have to ask you, and each time it changes. It might be, can you give us your secret name that you gave us when you set up your account? Okay, that's one thing. What year were you born? That year. Can you give us the 3rd and 4th letter of your credit card number? So they use these different things to verify you. That is what a bank does. A bank will never write to you and say, hey, we need to re-verify you. Click on this link and, we'll reset you up. Just don't go there. So exercise caution. It's much better to be overcautious and ignore a message that your bank might have sent you, but unlikely that they did, than actually to click on a link and have somebody install a crawler, a malware on your computer that literally is as if they are actually operating your computer. It's that bad. Great. Somebody sent me a message. Roderick, I don't know if you did something to the camera, but you don't look washed out anymore. Thank you, Roderick, for being so honest. Roderick is a makeup artist. I hope I don't look too bad, Roderick. I mean, I spend 10 minutes putting on my makeup. I'm not a great, I don't have time to put on false season makeup, but I'm just here, me, real. So you look lovely. The only problem I have is I hate lamb and we can never live together. Roderick, is this a proposal? Were you planning on living with me? Because if you were, I have to disappoint you. But you could visit. We don't have to live together. That's a bit of a jump, but we could visit. That's fine. Thank you for your lovely compliment. I'm happy I think I look less washed out. And maybe I'm blocking the very bright light behind me. And I've put my ring light further down. So you're going to see my under eye bags. But hey, nobody's perfect. Thank you for joining us, Roderick. Can you drop down the name of your city? Because I love knowing when people are joining us from. So going back to what I was saying about online security, be aware in your Instagram account, but it can come from anywhere. You can get an email from an unknown source and they might use as a title, and this is often what people use, is something that will entice you to click on it because they try and catch you unawares. It could be something sort of what we discussed last week. So that could be the subject line, and you think, oh, this must be somebody I know because what did we discuss last week? And your mind scans through, who have I spoken to last week? In fact, that title is just one of many titles that they use and many subjects in an email that they use to fish for details. So phishing, spelled P-F-I-S-H-I-N, fishing, not fishing with a bait on a fishing line with a rod to catch a fish, but fishing for details online are people who crawl and send a link or send an email so that hoping that you will log in. It could be that they ask you for a PayPal payment or whatever. It's not limited to one platform. So it doesn't matter if you're doing online banking or you use PayPal or whatever you use, you are open to being phished and scammed. Then there's catfishing. which is somebody who puts forward that they are one person when in fact they're a completely other person, and might use stolen photos of the internet to represent themselves to you. We're going to talk about online dating in a future episode, which has opened many people to being completely financially scammed. Now, I'm not going to say that often it's women over 40 who really fall in love with these scammers. It can happen to anybody at any age. So let's not focus on anybody's age. Let's just say that every single one of us, even if we think we are super street smart, are open to being scammed at some stage, somehow. And so we always need to be aware that it can come from via an email, it can come for an offer that you get on Instagram, as I mentioned, for a free phone or whatever. So here are the 3 rules of good housekeeping. Do not open a link or click on a link that is sent to you unsolicited. Try not to respond to an unsolicited gift of anything. It could be a free bottle of perfume. It could be it's usually an iPhone. Whatever it is, the minute you click on that free iPhone, you've opened a link that will install on your device. And you could be operating for 6 months after that, doing your stuff, and then they hit your bank. So let's talk about this. Let me know if you're still around. Roderick, let us have your city, darling. Love to know what your city is. And I'd love to know what you're eating for Easter. Those of you who aren't in Ireland and aren't in Italy. Christy, are you still there? What are you having for Easter? What are you making to eat this Easter? I'm interested in people's Easter traditions because I love Easter, and I've already mentioned that I love hot cross buns, those spicy buns that you cut open and toast a little bit and then slather with butter. Oh, so gorgeous. So super gorgeous. So I want to know what your traditions are. Come on, I'm waiting. Let's scoot over here so I can get out of that very bright light. Okay, that's a bit better, I think. Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, good. Okay, so I'm really keen on hearing from you guys. I want to try and keep this to our usual 50 minutes. We don't always manage. We normally go to an hour. And I want to know what you think of the 3 vanillas that I reviewed tonight. So you can let me know what you think. Danny's already said she's tempted to get the Royale and to add it to her Pascal Morabitos that she's already bought, which you can't go wrong. I think this is, Danny, your favorite, the Argent, beautiful, also has iris in it, but the green one is lovely for spring. So in a forthcoming edition, I'm going to review the whole pearl line of Pascal Morabito again because they're fabulous in spring. That's when I first discovered them. You guys have gone very quiet. I'd love to know what you're eating for tomorrow Easter lunch. Let me know. And let me know your city. Drop down in the comments. Let me know your city. Let me know what tradition is great for Easter. And at the end of this video, if you guys are still interested, I'm going to show you my painting because I started painting again in these 2 weeks I've been offline. And I'm going to show you. This is the view. So I mentioned that I already had a canvas and I had my brushes. I got some acrylic paints and I started again, and I'm going to show you the view from my window. Out of my window, I look onto an old tower, and this is the tower. And these are the stock flowers that I had a few weeks back. This is the vase. Haven't finished the vase yet. Need to put some more light in that. But this is the view. Here you can see my window. So in front of me here in my studio office, that's what I look onto. This old tower, this ancient tower. I live in an ancient village in Italy, and some of the ancient buildings and the blue sky, which we've had these weeks. And this is my first acrylic painting in ages. You could probably see some of the detail of the window and the brickwork and the stocks, flowers, if I come close up. So there were. So I started painting again. Let me know if any of you guys paint and what your subject is and what you like to do. And so I'm going to be starting another painting probably this weekend as I finish the light on this and cutting the sunlight through this and carrying on putting more detail in the vase and putting more detail maybe in the flowers a little bit. Don't know how this camera is operating at all. But anyway, that's my first acrylic painting in I don't know how many years, maybe 10 years. So that's what not having internet for 2 weeks will do for you. I'm a very creative person, so I have to be creating. And so I started painting again. So let me know what you think. And let me know if you've ever painted and what you're doing in terms of hobbies. And wow, that's gorgeous, Amanda. You're so lucky to live in such a lovely place. Thank you. We eat, oh, this is Danny. This is in Toronto. We eat delicious cod, but usually with my mom's because my cooking skills are very limited. Well, at least you know it and you admit it. So, Danny, that's the painting of my view from my window here in my office of my Italian village. And I'd like to know if any of you guys, what you think, and if any of you guys have a hobby that you practice. It could be collecting or whatever. I'm just starting painting again, and I'm going to get a new canvas. And over Easter, I'm going to do some of the spring flowers in the garden. Looking forward to that. And honestly, it's such a lovely, because it's so absorbing when you're painting. It takes all your energy. I normally put some music on. I don't watch anything because I'm focusing on the painting, and it forces you to look at colors, to look at tones, to look at details. So if you're somebody who's quite anxious, I'm not. I'm usually, I have, I'm quite a calm person, I think. And I'm content in my life. I don't need really to be anywhere else in my life except to enjoy where I am right now. But painting again took that creativity. Usually my week is super busy between doing my lives and doing my regular responsibilities. I wouldn't have had time in the last while to read as much as I used to, and certainly to paint. But here we are. I lost the internet for while the construction was happening, and I started painting. And isn't that great? I'm happy. Beautiful painting, Amanda. Thank you, Danny. Guys, let me know, Roderick. As a makeup artist, I think you would look wonderful in red. I probably wear red all the time, darling. If you look back on my videos, Roderick, I wear red a lot. I love white because my coloring works well with white in summer. But if you look back at my videos, I wear red a lot. My audience will verify that. Red is my favorite color and I wear it a lot. In fact, if you look back a few videos, you'll see me lots in red. Okay, but thank you for saying that. Probably not for the summer and not in Italy, but general. Red probably a very good color for you. Thank you, Roderick. I agree. I love red. It's my favorite color. And in fact, on the test that I did on the video before this, I have this gorgeous Laboratorio box with these intense red roses, but I often wear red. Yes. Isn't that a most gorgeous box? You can go and watch this. This is the newest rose I just got. This absolutely gorgeous embossed box that you can use for cake or biscuits afterwards or perfume samples. So you guys can go and have a look at that. I just reviewed it before this one, the Rosa. And certainly, yeah, red is one of my favorite colors. Let me know your favorite color to wear. Okay, so for this Easter edition, me and my co-presenters, the Tulips, I'm going to say a good night from Italy. Thank you all for sharing your traditions with me. I wish you a beautiful time with your families tomorrow. Lots of Easter egg hunting, lots of fun, lots of joy, and don't forget to sort of indulge in some vanilla and some beautiful fragrances to make you smell delicious. And don't forget to be safe online. Every week, I'm going to be giving you some new tips to keep you safe online, whether that's online banking, whether that's just doing your Instagram account, whether you have an online shop, whether you date online, whatever you do, be safe online. Be aware of who's sending you stuff. Be aware of your emails. Be aware of links that come to you for free stuff that could actually install something on your phone. So I hope this has been useful for you guys. As usual, I adore having my live audience from all around the world. Thank you all for joining me from Canada, from UK, from Ireland, from Europe, from everywhere. Thanks, you guys. And if you're going to watch this back later, because probably you're busy with your family right now, if you watch it back, please leave me a comment. And even if you've participated in the live, please go down, leave me a comment, tell me what you think. Always appreciate your comments. It helps me out a lot, helps the channel to get more noticed, and helps me to establish the channel and to be here for you every Saturday. So again, thank you to my live audience. And thanks to all of you who joined this evening. And I'm wishing you a gorgeous Easter with your family. So from here in Italy, wishing you a gorgeous Easter and everything you wish for yourselves for this beautiful spring. Let's all be happy and get over the last 2 years that haven't been that great. So lovely. Have a wonderful Easter, dear Amanda. Thank you. Happy Easter, Amanda, and everybody. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful time. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget, next Saturday we have a date, 9:30, here from Italy. Bye now. Bye. Bye. Happy Easter.